Coach, when you get settled, just an opening statement.
First, I'd like to congratulate Maine. I think every time we play them, it's a great game. Coach does a great job with them. Again, another motion offensive team that I think prepares us for conference really, really well. But what I think Maine did better than us in the fourth quarter, they really executed. They knew where they had to get the ball to. They knew their spot. They knew where to attack. And, that's a team that returns, I think 6 of those girls we saw last year. So a little bit more experience where our kids just don't quite know the go-tos yet. They don't know a lot of just the kind of the finesse of the game. We don't need a three. You don't need to jack up threes. And I'll take that loss because I probably should have called a timeout and really composed them a little bit more earlier. So, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to take that for them. But they're just not quite sure of who's the go-to, again, those roles. Where last year we had Maya and Dee Dee, and they knew where to get the ball and they knew where they wanted the ball. Where, Honey's still figuring out where she wants the ball and where she's going to score. But, a little disappointed in the fourth quarter that we weren't able to go inside out. What really helped was the double on the block, the dive, and we really got anything we wanted out of it. And why our kids went away from that, really don't know. So we're going to watch film and we're going to get better. But congratulate Maine on a great game.
Open up to questions for Coach. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Coach. It's Bradley from WNBA Swish. Can you speak to your offensive rhythm and your spacing on the floor tonight, and also how you felt your players sharing the ball with the 15 assists on the 19 made field goals?
Well, I think we share the ball well. We pass the ball to each other well. That's not the problem. I think right now scoring and shooting is the problem. Really, again, new kids trying to find their roles and their chemistry within the offense. But we don't score the ball well right now. So, it's an offensive. We play defense pretty well. We hold teams in the 50s. We have a problem scoring. We haven't had this problem in a couple of years. But first things first, you got to make free throws. And right now we are not shooting the ball well from the free throw line. And if you don't make free throws in the fourth quarter, you're not going to win many ball games. And so there's quite a few things offensively that we have to fix, that we work on every day, obviously. But I think it's more mental than anything. But not pleased with our offensive execution today at all, and how we shot the ball. But we are unselfish. It's because we don't quite know our go-tos yet. So it's easy to be unselfish and pass to the next person. But last game too, we had a lot of assists on field goals. It's just we don't have enough field goals. We're not making enough.
Thank you, Coach.
Tammy, a lot of the turnovers from secondary ball handlers, Inez didn't have any, Anel didn't have any, but front court players and off guard perimeter players are committing those. Is there any way to get the ball maybe out of their hands to initiate action? Is there some different way that you would want them to play it out there?
It's hard because you can keep the ball in your primary ball handler's hands, but you're gonna just be running a two-man game, pick and roll, and a lot of our stuff are walks. I think we had 4 in the first half, 3 off spin moves, and Kia had 2 where she just isn't getting her pivot foot down. But again, it's trying to teach the kids, know your role and know what you do. And if that's in your repertoire and you consistently turn it over, you need to take that out. So we work on that every day. But again, the young kids that are still kind of learning. Kia didn't play much at Washington State last year, so she's still trying to get her rhythm back. But it's growing those young kids, and sometimes you have to learn through mistakes, a little bit of playing time. But we can push them down, we can do things, but you're running a two-man game now, and really not giving them an opportunity to touch the ball. Even if they come off screens, essentially someone's got to touch the ball then. The kids that don't turn the ball over. Inez has been outstanding the last 2 games. Her assist to turnover ratio is incredible, but the other kids have to learn to value possessions, and right now they don't, and they're young. So again, you got to have some bumps and you got to get through this. But right now, we're continuing to make the same mistakes, the same players. So we got to grow from this if we're going to be good.
Coach, it's no secret through the first 4 games that AD is a different player offensively this year. Can you just speak on her growth scoring the ball?
Well, AD stayed here for both sessions this summer, and she really put work in at the guard spot. AD was a 4 last year. So to transition from a post to a guard is not easy, is not. And AD wasn't the best shooter last year, so she's really worked on her jump shot, as you can see. Hit some threes today, looks really smooth. Her ball handling's better, her rim attacks. Still learning how to defend guards. She's still angles and things. Again, it's not easy, and we've made that transition and moved her to the 3. So there's some bumps and bruises along the way with AD, but offensively, she's really grown. And now, hopefully by next year, she's got that 3-4 where she can really explode. And we've done that with a lot of our post players. MP Foposi, Emmanuel Tahan, they've all kind of morphed into a guard forward. And so AD's put incredible work in. And she's one of our better players this year.
Palmier was first off the bench tonight. What did you make of her?
Palmier is extremely aggressive. Again, she had to sit a year. She's coming off an injury, so she's not played in the year. She's getting her sea legs under her, but she's a big body who can get to the rim, who's aggressive. She can also shoot the ball, and so she's skilled. Had to sit the first 3 games, NCAA rules, but we were really happy with the way she played, and she's confident when she stepped on the floor. We've got some kids right now, for whatever reason, they're not very confident. They're not playing confident, and so we went with the kids who've been the most aggressive in practice, and really that we know will play hard and be confident on the floor. They're not scared. They're not scared to take shots. They're not scared to miss shots.
Coach, you started the game 5 for 5 from the free throw line and then went 5 for 13 the rest of the game. Is that going to be a big focus in practice when you go to face St. John's on Sunday?
It has been a big, they take 25 a day. We chart it. We have our percentages at the end of every week. In practice, we take them while we're tired. Then we take pressure ones. And so this is something we've worked on for the whole year because we've not shot the ball well from the free throw line, even in practice. So it's all year. Free throws become mental at some point. You got to be able to step to that line and go, these 2 are going down, and self-talk. And, that's coming from a 78% free throw shooter. You got to want that. You got to want the ball at the end of the game knowing I'm making these 2 and I'm winning the game. And so it's as much mental as physical. But we do both in practice. And tired, sea legs. We do all 3 things to try to get them. But right now our free throw shooting, it's abysmal. You cannot shoot in the 50s. You will not win many ball games. And we missed 8 in the fourth quarter. I think did we miss 8 in the fourth quarter?
It was 4 in the
4 in the fourth?
1 for 5.
You can't do that. You just can't. We missed 8 total in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too many free throws. You can miss 2. You want to be a 70-80% free throw shooter, especially in the fourth quarter. And I got to know who has to be on the floor and where the ball's going to go to, and right now, no one shoots great from the free throw line. So you go, you get a game winner, and what if they foul you? Or, are they going to make it? And all the kids, if they're shooting 50, 60%, that's what's running through their minds. Am I going to make this? So we got to work that out. We got to become better at the free throw line.
Small sample, obviously, just 4 games, but Sophie's about half of her career number from 3 percentage-wise. What needs to happen to get her going here?
I think she needs confidence. She lacks it right now, offensively and defensively. She's just not got that pop. She was injured most of the summer with her leg, with her shins, but so I don't think she was able to get in the gym a lot. In fact, she missed most of our summer with her shin splints. But it's really just getting her confidence back. And it's not just offensively shooting the ball, it's defensively, being able to box out and guard someone. And I think she's a little shook right now. Not seeing the ball go through the hoop affects a shooter. It really does. And so, she's struggling right now shooting. So You know, you get herself to the line, get herself to the basket, kind of see the ball go in. But in her mind, she's got to get that fire back. Next shot mentality.
Any final questions for Coach? All set. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good night.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shane.